Get my hair out of my face. There. That was easy, huh? Oh boy. Been one of those days. Some people have a bad day, some people have a bad life, huh?
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you have?
I don't know. Someone hasn't told me yet. Trying to have good everything. Oh, we got 2 likes, but oh no, 2 people.
I got a commercial right off the bat.
Well, good. I hope it's for Kamala.
No.
No?
Fortunately. I haven't had any of those one today in all my viewing.
I don't get any commercials. I don't know what's up.
I do.
Oh, I pay, so I don't have commercials. Well, I don't like commercials.
Nobody likes commercials.
I'll tell you what, the commercials are the worst part about watching anything anymore. You know? Really is. They're so, shall we say, manipulative.
The internet is just, I don't have chat on here yet.
Well,
I can't
Makio's here.
On here. Hi, Makio. I can't even say hi to you on here because it won't load. There we go.
Work it. Trey's here. All right.
Hey, Trey.
Does you both understand you have flooding rain? Well, somewhere around here there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a doctor's appointment, so we don't know. There's Rosebud. She's here.
Hey, Rosebud. Mount Laurel, you within earshot?
We don't know if we're going to be able to make it tomorrow.
Yeah, we don't. We have to go to Texarkana, but we don't know.
Yeah, they're having tornadoes in Oklahoma.
We save on gas. Just blow right down.
Yeah.
Wow.
Johnny's
nice
here.
Up. Hi, Yanni.
Patty. John's in tornado land. John Combs there.
Yeah, he's already gotten hail.
Hi, Randy.
Hi, Randy. Hi, Mary.
So, Jason and Maymay are gone from Colorado.
Tomorrow, when they get off work. They work 11 to 11. Well, they'll have to work an extra hour because of time change. But wait. Yeah.
They're done.
No, they work 11 to 11 when they get off
work. Well, there is a time change today.
Yeah. I don't know.
Today was their last day.
I think tonight they go on, and then they get off tomorrow and they leave. I believe.
Well, then that's not. Then they don't have to deal with the time change yet. So.
Well, yeah. So. Hi, Chris.
Mount Laurel's here. Chris is here. Tap.
For about 15 minutes. Mostly rain here. Hey, Mark.
It's been absolutely dumping all day today. A lot of lightning, a lot of thunder, and a lot of rain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, pretty unusual. We haven't had rain really. They keep telling us we're going to have rain, and we don't have. And then yesterday they said it was supposed to rain all day.
It barely drizzled.
We got about maybe 2 minutes worth of drizzle, and that was it. We got pea-sized hail. Yeah, that's what Darla told me. So I think those Dominator guys at Reed Timbers up by your place.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's up there. They got that thing where they drive, and then this thing looks like a stealth fighter, and they drop it down on the ground, and they ride out those tornadoes.
Yeah.
I mean, that to me sounds like a really good idea.
Mhm.
You know, you get in the wrong tornado, and it once it sucks you up, you're on a ride. You know. I don't know if you survived that.
So, how's everybody's week been? Anything new to report? Exciting?
They're all wrong. Yeah. I don't know. We have a lot of news, but I don't know if it's time to tell people.
I don't know either. I don't know.
I don't think people are interested.
Well,
I saw the Dominator up in Iowa off on the side of the road
really?
in the ditch with their racker hooking up to it
back around
around.
Memorial Day weekend. Oh.
Yeah.
Huh.
That thing is heavy.
Is there a right tornado to be caught in?
Yeah,
I guess
one
if
that
you're in the right vehicle.
yeah, if you're far enough away, they're all right.
Not necessarily if they're in the path of someone you love. Wrecker. Okay. Not a racker, a wrecker. Got you.
I've been watching this guy. I found a new guy, and I don't know what the name of his channel is, but it's Wrecker Rick. And this guy goes out with basically a Dodge pickup and pulls these great big huge units. Huh? Have you seen it?
Mm-mm.
I mean, he pulls out cranes and everything else. And what he does is he turns that truck sideways, and he has a deal that comes out of his rack. And what it does is it pulls the truck down like this, and it digs these tires in, and then he does multiple points. He's got all kinds of different. Anyway, he just whoops these things right out. It's amazing. There's Jason's here.
Hey, Jason. I'm sure Amanda's within earshot too. Hi.
Howdy. But we have to say hi to her.
We have to say thank you to all of you who figured out the time change and stuff and are here on time.
Well, actually,
they'd be early and
they're actually early. I used to work with a guy. It didn't matter which way, fall backwards or went forward. He was always late.
Well, it's raining hard right now.
Yeah, it's been just pouring. So.
Hey, Maddie, welcome.
Let me see. I know Jason and Amanda know our news, but I guess
it's big news.
Yeah,
it's really big news.
Yeah, we paused the build on our building, and for a couple of reasons. One of the main reason is that I physically am not able to do this work. I've determined that it's too hard for me. And Scott was having a heck of a time. I mean, he was struggling with it too, and it was bad for him and it was bad for us because we were paying him by the hour, and it seemed like we just weren't getting things done. So there was a guy that I was talking to, and he owned a construction company. And I know his mom and his family and everything. And I was talking to him and was about to hire him the day that Scott called me. So anyway, I got him over here and I showed him what has been done and asked him if he would still be interested. And he said, absolutely. And, but he said, let me go home and figure it all out. I told him everything we wanted and everything else. And he went home and he came back, the next day or the 2 days later. He came over and he said, well, look, he said, there's Lonely Hitchhiker. Howdy, howdy, Bill and Darla. Glad to see y'all. Anyway, he said, well, yeah, I think I can do this for you, but how much in love are you with this old building? And I said, well, it's part of the thing. I've been wanting to keep it. And he said, well, let me tell you something. He goes, I could take that thing out of there intact, and you could use that as a shed, and we'll build you a whole new place. We'll put the 2x8 boards for all the floor joists. We'll just completely go through, get better flooring, some special kind of flooring stuff instead of plywood. He says it won't warp.
It's a 3-letter initial kind of board. I don't remember what.
And then he's going to put PVC siding on it. He's going to pay for the door. I mean, anyway, he was telling me all the stuff he's going to do. And I'm thinking, okay. And he said, and I could do it for such and such a price. And Darla looked at me and she said, I'm going like this. And so he was set to start yesterday. But
Hi, Tigner.
Oh, they're here. Anyway, he was set to start yesterday. He was going to start moving that, and he was going to get that shed out of there yesterday. But the weather was so bad. He said he texted me. He said, "You know what? First dry day we get, we'll come over and we'll get that thing out." He brought us his work trailer over here. He's got a trailer like a big U-Haul enclosed trailer with all these tools, and he's got a skid steer, and he's got a backhoe.
He's well equipped, and he has a crew.
He's going to do all the exhaust plumbing for me. He's going to help me with the wiring. He's going to help me. I mean,
move dirt around.
He's going to do it all, and for a set price, and we'll be where we want to be on it. So,
Hi, Mountain Laurel. We're just kind of updating everybody on our house build.
Yeah. So anyway, with that, he's a young guy. He's 39 years old, and he's got 4 relatives that work with him, and they're really quick. I mean, he said he could probably do it in a week to a week and a half, have it up and closed.
Aside from the rain. So
yeah, once he gets the weather where he can do it, he's going to use all new. It'll be all new, everything, all new roofing. Everything will be new. There won't be anything off that old building. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I was kind of attached to that building, but no more.
Well, you may still get to have it, but not to live in. It's going to just be a shed, which is what it is.
After Scott and I
pull it off to the side.
got done hacking on and everything else, I mean, he had trimmed some of them poles down where they're only about that wide, and I was starting to
sit on blocks.
Yeah, everything is going to sit on blocks. It's going to be. He's going to finish. I had Scott stop with the blocks. Yeah, because that's when we kind of decided that we needed, because he was struggling.
He was in a lot of pain.
He was in a lot of pain, and we got him a bottle of DMSO and everything. He's my next door neighbor, and I didn't want to get into it with him, and I just kind of told him I thought it would be better if we just paused, because he's usually doing remodeling. He was doing me a favor, and I just didn't want him to get hurt. I didn't want to get hurt. I got hurt a couple of times, and I was not enjoying it. So, and I knew I was going to be able to help him. And then to pay him and another guy by the hour, it probably would have cost us a whole lot more than this. Now it's going to be a price I want to pay.
That they came up with was in our ballpark of what, we had talked about originally. So I think it's good. I think it's fair. And I think it's going to be quality. We've seen a lot of the things he's built, and it's quality.
I mean, he built car wash downtown. He's done a whole bunch of stuff.
Hi. So, and as far as what that flooring is,
well, it's instead of plywood, it's something else. It's
not OSB. It's like starts with a P. We'll figure it out. PhD.
No, I don't know.
PBS.
But he has a name for it, and it's PBS? He said it. He says the problem with plywood around here, because of the humidity and everything, as time goes on, all of a sudden you start getting these little between the joists, the floor joists. And he said this stuff here, in 50 years it'll be just the same as it is the day we put it in there. And then instead of using wood siding, he said you don't want that. You want this PVC stuff. It's 50 years. It's got like a 25-year guarantee, and he goes, and it lasts forever. And so, I mean, and our roof line is, we're gonna, instead of having 6-foot walls, we're gonna have 8-foot walls, and we're gonna have we'll have a peak, and then it's gonna come out like this, but we'll have an attic through the whole building, and we're gonna have cathedral ceilings.
You're from California, aren't you?
In the living room. So I mean, it just
in the kitchen.
Yeah, he took. I don't want it in the kitchen.
It's not your kitchen.
I know, but you're not going to want it. Trust me, you're not going to like it. Anyway, the cabinets are going to look all funky and everything.
So type 1 if you think that's a great idea, or 2 if you wish we'd go back to the old way. Cathedral seating.
Yeah. Well, we just kind of looked at each other and got real excited. So anyway, he's we're on the agenda to go full on as soon as it dries up. He's kind of, well, it gives him a chance to go deer hunting and get that out of his system, because that's one
Well,
thing you
get
want
that
to
in
do.
his freezer, basically.
And
A lot of people around here, they need that for their
yeah,
grocery bill.
well, he's got a bunch of kids too.
Yeah.
So
He's got 3 kids.
so anyway, that's a bunch of kids. We had 3 kids. That was a bunch of kids. Could you imagine feeding 3 kids right now? But yeah, I see that. You got it right here.
John, you're so international.
So anyway, that's the new thing on the building,
Another Californian.
and hopefully Scott and I can remain friends. We've never been really close, but
Cordial, anyway.
yeah, we've always been kind of cordial, and so hopefully that goes on. He I think one of us might have got killed or injured really bad doing it, and I told him, I go, I can't do this. I cannot build this thing. And I mean, I'll be able to do stuff inside, but put those walls up and do all that stuff. These guys, they come out when we built our last house. The framing crew came out, man, and they just knocked it out. I mean, it was like it was a slab, and then there was a building, And
Maddie says she got sent to a loom commercial, or whatever, deodorant. I know.
I thought
How
it was a
many
loom.
of you guys have had been bombed today with political ads? I haven't. I have one, and I've been watching videos all day long. Just one. That's all I've had. It's weird. And it was a Trump one.
Yeah, I think they're to the point where they just want to see what's going to happen. They have other plans. Believe me, these people, there's all kinds of sinister things going on, but hopefully they don't nothing. Hopefully we just go through this thing, and whatever happens, and it's legit. That's the worst part. Hopefully they don't play any shenanigans.
Kira says she's had none at all today.
Yeah.
Mark said he's had one. Lonely hitchhiker can't. Do we have to pay for seating in the cathedral? Yeah, Chris, our kids don't want anything we have.
Yeah.
We went through that when we left the house. All these things that, I held on to thinking, oh, well, when they grow up, they're going to want that. No, not once.
I kept my little hobby horse when I was a kid, my toy box and stuff. And my kids thought they were death traps.
That's
I grew up playing with those.
The toy chest lid fell down on Steve's head.
That's my toolbox now. I got to get those $40 shocks. But
I have ad blocker. Oh, okay, so does Bill. I don't.
Who has ad blocker?
Chris.
Yeah, I love it. I wouldn't have YouTube without it. So.
One for sure. You've built enough in your lifetime. It's time to enjoy your home, not have to have it kill you.
Well,
that's true.
I mean, we were going to buy the doors, and I mean, he was saying, I'll get this, I'll get that. I'm like, okay, we are going to finish. We got to buy 5 more windows.
They've got them.
And then we're basically, and I told him, I said,
and paint.
Yeah, I got to buy paint, and he's going to paint everything. He's going to paint the whole outside, and it's going to be ocean blue metal roof, new style roof, where there's a wide space and there's a couple of narrow spaces.
It's pretty.
And I got that waterproofing paper. He said, "Oh yeah, I'll use that. That'll be good." But he's gonna, on the walls, he's gonna get that water barrier stuff for that.
Tyvek.
Yeah. So we'll have we're gonna have, I think it's 2x8 rafters and 2x8 floors, and the walls will be 2x4. So
Chris says we all grew up with death traps with toys.
Yeah, we used to ride around the back of pickups. Yeah. So
commercials, yes, but no political ads. Mountain Laurel says.
Good.
That's weird. I mean, you'd think they'd be pulling out all the stops right now and just hammering us.
Well, someone spent almost $1 billion 860 billion or million. I mean, so I think Trump only spent about $300 million, and that was it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's I don't want to get too political. I want people. All I
Where's your hat?
suggest, except that I don't want to wear it. I just people just need to go out and and vote your conscience. Don't let someone else decide for you. Look at things, and you'll figure it out. God gave everybody a mind for a reason, and don't listen to the entertainers and all that stuff. And anymore, I would say don't listen to the news media either, because they're just lying pigs, man.
Hey, Hearth and Home, welcome back.
Howdy.
Thanks for saying hi. Lawn darts.
Yeah. So we had that this week, and then we really didn't do a whole lot this week other than working on. Well, we did most of that figuring out last week. We knew it last week when did the live, but we weren't sure which way we were going to go at that point, and we were waiting for him to come with an estimate, and he's going to build us a back patio porch, yeah, and it's going to be 8-foot overhang on the ceiling. I mean, the roof. It's doing a whole bunch of stuff, man. A lot of stuff that was going to be stuff that we were going to have to do besides,
Hey,
so.
Lewis and Barb, hi, how you guys doing?
Hey.
It's good to hear everybody's kind of weighing in on these. This is a better idea.
Yeah, well, and Darla didn't like. She was never hip on the shack thing, but
I told him, tell you what, you can have the shack for the living room, which is where he'll spend all his time, and I'll take the new part in the front, which was the back of the property, the kitchen. It'll be great.
Yeah. Well,
I like that idea.
Well, then you'd have to take showers outside.
Really?
Well, because the kitchen in the back, the water would be back there, so the shower would have to be on the outside of the wall.
I'm sure the neighbors would love that.
It's all supposed to be on the.
Showered outside.
Everything is on the front wall.
Our viewership would go up on YouTube, maybe.
For what?
If I took showers outside.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That was your idea. Woohoo.
Well, there used to be, what was that? Roll With It. Remember them?
Oh, yes.
And they built this channel. It was boyfriend, girlfriend. They bought this bus, and they were building this bus. And I mean, a lot of people were getting into the channel and everything else. And then pretty soon, they were taking turns filming each other showering. And that's when I said, okay, that's enough for me. And then all of a sudden, they got in a big fight, and that was it. They went their separate ways. So, Ron Darrell, we can't do what we used to. Dang it. Yep. Well, it's just like with riding motorcycles. I used to tell guys, I'd say, you know what, never ride one day longer than you should, because that's when people start getting hurt and killed. And then I have guys go, I want to get a trike. I don't get a trike. Just go buy a nice car.
Trace said so much better than mobile home. Modular homes too expensive. You've made perfect choice in my opinion. Can't wait to see it as it's built. Well,
and I was even looking at getting one of those.
Mark says same thing.
A modular home, but they were more expensive.
Yeah.
And then they were a square tube is what they were, and they were smaller. And I want something unique, man. I want kind of. I can see what I wanted in my head, and now I see it, and it looks a lot better. So, I was really, one of the problems is that the walls were going to be so short, and that's why we did all the digging down, and I'm afraid we hurt our trees. Hopefully they're going to be okay. But
we'll know in a spring or two.
yeah, we're totally switching gears. We're going a different direction. I did click on the like button there, Manny.
Thanks for the reminder, guys.
I am one of the few people, I think, that always clicks the like.
I'll do it first thing, just because I know.
Well, I always do it
how important it is to people.
If I don't like the video, because I don't like it,
I will go back and unclick it. But I always click it because I'm afraid that I'll forget, or get busy.
And I click it as I'm getting ready to leave because I always feel, and there was another guy today. Was it? I think it was today. I told you about the guy in Arkansas that went to that town, Rush.
Rush. Yeah.
And
how many did you say he had?
He had like 255 or 256.
So he had how many views on that video?
He got 10,000 views on that video.
Rush, Arkansas. Go check it out.
So I subscribed to him, and it was a pretty cool little video, and he does it good, So.
Thanks, Chris. He likes and comments since he doesn't get ads. Thanks, Makio. She always clicks first. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, people don't realize, but the people that do, there's people that their only option for making money is doing these YouTube channels and liking and sharing their videos and comments. Everything helps the algorithm.
Right.
And when the algorithm's working,
hey Susa, thank you.
Then you get more views, and it for us the big time is when we go to Quartzsite. We have a video Quartzsite tour.
We do one every year.
Tour 2024. We do it every year. And I mean, we get like 1,800 views a month.
So many people are headed there, and they want to know what's going on before they get there.
So when we get there, we get in the truck, and we take the camera, and we just drive from our campground, which is the Wriggles off ramp. We drive one way around, all the way around, come all the way back, and just go a couple of different places where we usually go and show people what's going on there, and then we put it out there, and it usually gets a lot of hits. And then last year I did a thing, Doggies of Quartzsite in a tent. I thought that was a cool idea. It didn't get as many views as I'd hoped for, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Giving the dogs treats.
It filled our day because it was almost it was kind of just a little bit past midpoint on the whole week.
It was a slow day.
It was very slow, so.
And it was funny because
people were coming up and saying, "Can my dog be in that?"
Yeah, I was asking people, "Can I film your dog for a video?" And if I go, "Well, we're doing a thing about the dogs of Quartzsite." Well, yeah, and then I give them a treat, and to give to the dog, I give it to the person. I say, "Here, can your dog have a treat?" And a lot, like she said, people were going and getting their dogs and coming back and showing tricks, and it was a cool video. So.
Yes, Natty, you are correct. No matter the outcome on Tuesday, God is sovereign and always in control. Sometimes He leaves us to our own devices for a minute.
When you click and share the link, when you share our link, that opens up different avenues, and
yes, it does also feed the algorithm.
And lately, because people have been doing that,
we've been getting more subs.
We have about 70% unsubscribed people to 25% subscribed that watch our videos. So that
and honestly, it really doesn't.
And we've been getting more subscribers.
The subscribership doesn't matter as much as the views. That's the thing. Hey Phil, no worries.
Phil's late. Okay, well you have to stay on the corner.
You missed all the news. It's really exciting.
Yeah, you'll have to watch the rerun. When are we leaving for Quartzsite? Well, depends on whether people start burning down the cities after Tuesday. But if everything's cool, we'll probably get out of here. We like to be there like either the 31st or January 1st. So we'll leave here sometime at the end of December. I've been working on the motorhome. I'm going to do a video. We bought a new brake system for the truck. Hopefully, this one doesn't burn up everything. And
Hey, Ronald Silva.
I bought rebuilt washers for my tow bar because I have a different style tow bar. I don't have to take it and have someone tear it from, no, excuse me, tear it all down. It's just goes on a ball, works a lot better. I would never get one of those ones with it does have the arms that pull out stuff, but it mounts up on the front of the truck, not on the back of the motorhome. So I like it better. Works good for us.
Mm-hmm.
Tows, the truck tows a lot better. Yeah, even on fire, it tows better.
Oh,
absolutely crazy, man.
This is where I'm supposed to go. I'll put that video up here.
Yeah. Well, we gotta go do it.
What?
We gotta go do the video on the brake system.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, the one where it caught on fire.
I'm gonna try not to say too much bad about our old one, the company.
You know, all you have to do is just state the facts.
We did,
as we've experienced them over the years.
We had problems with that thing since we bought it. It was always doing weird things, and I had sent it back one time, and they charged me $110. They said to put a battery in it, and they told me that there was nothing wrong with it. And I got it back, and I had marked it, so I knew. And when I got it back, it was a brand new one. It was what?
That mark was gone.
It was. I got a whole new unit.
I know.
So, and it worked pretty good. We still had it where it would kick off and stuff like that, but it wasn't that other one. Every time you hit the brakes, it would kick off. So it was
and it had a really high pitched beep, which
I couldn't hear.
He can't hear high pitches, and I'm like, did you hear that? Like, no.
Low pitches, I can hear. I can hear when the trains are coming. I can hear them when they're in.
And I can't hear low pitches.
Miles away.
High pitches real well. So between the two of us, we have a good set of hearing. Yeah, I don't know, Trey.
Yeah, and people are complaining about that, but I think, you know what it is? I think they're trying to kind of get people away. I don't know.
My hat?
What?
You want your hat?
No, I saw something about a lot of the BLM stuff they're going to start charging for, and they're closing a lot of them down. So I don't want to get too wild on that kind of stuff because right now, with everything going on, I want to see maybe after when things change. We'll just see. We could have a lot of freedom in this country if things go pretty good. I liked your videos about Mexico's dental stuff, but sad to hear Darla had a bad experience, and then the next year or two, I'll want to go get some dental down there. Well, you know what? There's a bunch of other dentists.
Yeah, there's hundreds. A lot of other dentists.
There's hundreds of dentists, and that wasn't the first dentist we went to either. We went somewhere else.
Well, I got some estimates for the work.
Yeah.
I really like the guy. I mean, personality-wise, he's wonderful. But there was just a chain of events that were just either call it bad luck or bad decisions. I don't know what, but it really sent me on a downward spiral for sure. I was in so much pain for 3 years solidly, and on round after round of antibiotics.
So for Isusus, well, anytime your tires are rolling on the ground, they're going to wear. I think I would much rather pull four wheels down on the ground than I would with a dolly. I don't care for dollies. Sometimes you have to use a dolly if you have like a front wheel drive car or something that you don't have neutral or something. We can actually tow our Cadillac four wheels down, but I don't want to put a tow bar on that.
Hi, Brad Pennington, and hi, YNP Admiral. And Ron says he's going to try and leave by January 5th for the
yeah.
side. Which toe brake are you switching to?
Well, you have to watch the video.
We're gonna put a video out probably next week about that.
Yeah, we got to go. The old one is over in the storage building. The new one's in the back of the car, and there was a couple of things I needed to get, and I had to get a new breakaway box because the plugs are different from the old one to the new one, and something else I needed to get. I got it. I got everything now. The new one I got is a used one. It's a 2017, and the guy said that he used it never had a problem. It looked brand new. It works. I tested it out. So,
good people.
Yeah, like I say, my old one I had nothing but difficulties with it. I will be talking about that and
some of our older videos too,
yeah.
You have mentioned it a couple of
times. I got real mad about it, and the thing is I actually it was a Blue Ox. I got rid of my Blue Ox. I had a Blue Ox tow bar that I was having to have rebuilt every year, and they were charging me like $120 to rebuild this thing.
And then they finally said, "We're not doing this."
Yeah, anymore. And then they said, "Well, this is the last time we're going to do it." I said, "What do you mean it's the last time you're going to do it?" And they said, we won't rebuild this anymore. You have to buy a new one. And I had paid like over $1,000 for the thing. So then I went to Roadmaster, and I knew the guy in the Roadmaster display thing there in Quartzsite.
Right.
He said, "Well, you give me your old bar. I'll give you a brand new one for $400." And that thing lasted 1 year. I don't know what the deal with it was. And I just told her, I said, "You know what? It hooks to a 2-inch ball,
like old timey,
and it hooked up. I bought a Blue Ox tow bar, but it doesn't have all that where it twists this way and do it. That's what wears out. It would get so freaking loose. I could look in my mirror and see my truck coming off to the right side in the mirror. I tell her, I actually saw the truck going straight." Box. Mr. Box. Anyway, I seen that, man, and it used to kind of creep me out. Well, now it doesn't do that anymore. It just follows real nice and easy. So, love the tow bar I have.
Maddie said she watched the doggy one twice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I put if you guys who are friends with me on Facebook, I put on a great doggy video, a couple of them this morning. So I get up every morning between 4 and 5 a.m. Doesn't matter. I don't have to set a clock.
Unless it's time change, and then you got to.
Or like if I'm going to go with my brother, then I got to get up at 3. But I don't have to set an alarm clock. I just tell myself I got to get up at a certain time. Well, this morning I knew that the time change was, and I woke up at about 3:15. And I'm laying there and I'm going, oh man, I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. And I couldn't, so I just got up at like 3:30.
Yeah.
They came out here and made coffee and watched TV, and I like that time in the mornings, and I like to see the sun come up, and can't wait till we have a porch.
Mark says he's had 4 political advertisements so far.
It's like, what is it, $12 a month? No commercials?
Yes, 15.
It went up again?
It was 13 before?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe it's still 13.
Okay. Anyway. Well, I thought it was $12.99 or something.
Anyway.
Yeah. So tomorrow, you guys, it could be a dangerous day for us. We're supposed to go to Texarkana, which is right where the tornado line is. Yeah. So hopefully we don't. Hopefully she was saying right before you guys came on. Well, now it's $14, $13.99.
And if you get the family one, it's like $25.
Yeah, well, I just.
Because, John and Patty were saying something. I think it was John and Patty were telling me you could do that. You could both be on it, And I went and checked it out, and it's like, well, yeah, but it costs more.
Yeah.
Did you see that Eric, Nomadic Fanatic, brought a bus? It'll be an interesting build. Question mark?
Yeah, I saw that. Let's just say at this point, no. You know what? I know Eric. I've talked to Eric a couple times, and he's always really nice in person. But I don't know. I he's like manic, really bad. He's everything.
Settle on any one thing.
You know, I mean, well, maybe I am too. But
I was just gonna say, neither can we with the tow bar. So I don't know.
well,
For the house.
I was thinking of the house. We struggle with the tow bar, right? That's a different story. But I mean, he. I'll tell you a story about Eric. When he first started, he was living at the beach or something, at the ocean in an old motorhome in Washington State, and he was having a problem every time it rained. He was getting water coming in with through his vents. And one day he was up there and he was looking at it and stuff. And what he had, I don't know whether he did or whatever, but they had glued those, you know, it had those covers that cover over your vents. And I have those. And whoever did it had glued those things right to the top, to the roof. So what happens is they still get water in them. You know, even though they look like they wouldn't, they still get water in them. And when they fill up to a certain point, then they overflow in the vent. Well, I have mine are about maybe quarter to a half an inch off the deck, and we never have any problem. You know, and I sent him a message. Hey, you know what? All you got to do to fix your problem is unglue them and put little brackets on there. They come with brackets, and that will get them off the deck. And then that way, when water comes down, it just flows off.
Hi, Jason.
Well, he didn't do it. He was all freaked out about it. So, I mean, and then one time he was complaining about his motorcycle. And I told him, hey, want me to take a look at it for you? I can fix your bike for you. And I saw him in person, and I told him, you know, if you ever need your bike worked on, just let me know, man. I'm a Harley mechanic. That's what I did for a long, long time. And yeah. And I don't know. I don't know. He's
he's got a bus. He's got a bus, and we'll see how that turns out. Now on to
maybe him and his girlfriend have to just take showers and then they
Now on to Class A living.
Well, now he's just commercials all the time.
He needs a dono, or
he needs
15.
Yeah, he you know.
Oh, boy. You know, we love watching Class A living.
So I'll tell you what, I'll run this past you guys too.
Thanks, Phil.
You know how I always say we don't do, you know, where we do product things and stuff like that, because
gotcha.
Huh?
Or Phil said sketchy public background on that one.
Yeah. Anyway, the only thing we ever did were those towels, and they were pretty good. But I don't know, I doubt they ever sold any.
I don't think
so.
There,
we got a message, and I went on and I looked at it.
Right now, honestly, we're getting bombed with collaboration offers right now.
And this one I'm going to do, and I'm going to evaluate it really good and check it out, and I'm going to let everybody know what it's all about. And when we're all done, I'm going to give them away to somebody. I don't know if I'm just open up to anybody that watches our videos or just the live audience. But it's something. It's a pretty cool item. It's where I have a surge protector that has a deal where you plug it in and you let it sit there for a second and it tells you. And what this thing will do will be something where you plug it in and it will tell you. Like if you go to someone's house, you go to an RV park or whatever you do, you can check before you plug your your power line in. So I'm going to test it. I have a good place to test it here, and I know my power lines are good and everything. And I don't know, I'll do something to make it weird or something. But anyway, I'm going to give it them away. So, and I'll even pay for the shipping to get it to you. So that's my answer to it. It's not something I'm going to. And if they said they were going to make it where people would get a discount if they ordered it from us, and that will go to them. So
let me read a comment here. Mountain Laurel said that we'll be continuing to help clean up with downed trees and from Hurricane Helene. And going back to that real quick, I was just telling Bill today, they're estimating the numbers of people that have perished in that whole nightmare way beyond 9/11's numbers. There's people that are still looking for family. They can't find their bodies.
Yeah.
Got cadaver dogs. That's very sad.
I mean,
everything's still impassable, largely. Go ahead.
Jason said something about, well, going for it, making money and stuff like that. And the thing is we've had opportunities to do the Patreon, and YouTube sends you stuff all the time. You can get them to join, and they have to pay this, and that's not. You know what? The way we get paid off of YouTube is if you guys subscribe and you watch our videos, then we make a little bit of money. You get $5 for every 1,000 views. That's how much money we get. And sometimes it takes us 3 or 4 months to get enough views to get, because you got to get $100. So tell you the truth, I don't want anyone to have to pay us anything. We've had some people. We had one of our viewers, hopefully he's still here, and thank you for doing it. But we had our inverter go out.
Yeah.
And I was going to get a new inverter, and he said, "Hey, don't do that." He goes, "I took one out and bought a bigger one." And he goes, "I would just love to give you this one." And I said, "No, I'll pay." He goes, "No, I'm not going to take any money. I just want you to get it." And I got it, and it works awesome. And yeah.
Paris.
What?
Paris was their last name.
Paris. Yeah. So awesome people, nice people, have a really nice motorhome.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what?
Tigner says they got one to review a stroller.
Yeah.
Was it for a cat, or a dog, or a kid?
No, Nanette will put Dave in the stroller and push him around. I would get that one, Dave.
It is weird though. It's weird the things they'll come to you and ask you to review. We've had a lot of people approach us about reviewing dog clothes.
Yeah.
Because of Cage.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
he's toys. I don't know why toys.
Well,
I don't know.
Everybody wants the electric bikes and stuff like that, But
we haven't gotten that yet.
Well, they get. What they do is they get them and they ride them for 20 minutes, do a video on them, and then they sell them, and then they get someone else. They give them another bike, and
or they get sold.
To be honest with you, I don't like the commercials. There's people that I watch their videos, and they do their own commercials. They're for VB, the green drink, and then where you can watch stuff using a VPN from overseas and all that. I don't want to do that. I don't want our channel to be commercials.
It's for a baby, David says. Well, you are going to have a grandchild, so maybe I think you should do some honest reviews. You both have knowledge and help others. You do some power stations and solar stuff, crossover between RV and homestead, but they're not offering us that. That's the thing. I mean, if we run into a product that we like, we do tell you guys about it. We had one that we really liked, but they don't sell it anymore.
The Brown heater.
The Brown heater. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. So they still make stuff, but they don't make that heater anymore.
There's still great people in the world who don't want anything in return.
Yeah.
True that.
You shouldn't feel bad about making money off a platform that is definitely making way more money off you contributing to it. But Manscaped videos. What are those? What is that? I've heard
for
it.
this.
Oh, for my beard. Yeah. This thing may be going bye-bye before too long.
He's been saying that for a while.
Yeah, we got to make a video about it though. When I chop it off, it'll be a video, and then I'll be giving it away.
You could.
Can you imagine people go, "Yeah, I want it." Yeah, then you could tell them it's like Mark Twain's beard or something.
I stopped watching channels that review freebies constantly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some of them out there, man. It's just every single.
Well, like
video.
I say, don't. I'm going to do a disclaimer in the very beginning. I'm going to say, look, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to test it out and video it. And if it's a piece of junk, I'm going to tell you it's a piece of junk. Yeah. And if somebody still wants it, they can have it. But it looks like it looks like it'd be a pretty, because we have one, but like I say, it's we have, what is our surge protector? I can't remember what that.
Camco, isn't it?
No, it's a good one. We have a good surge protector. And you plug it in. They have the one we have, and then they have the schmancy one. But we don't need the schmancy one because we don't have any computers other than these. Okay.
Yeah.
But you plug it in, and I'll tell you what happened to us. What destroyed our heart. Our heart. We had the old heart inverter, and I mean, I think it had switches and relays. It wasn't solid state or nothing. And we were in Wickenburg, Arizona, at a escapees campground, and we were working baseball, and we got home. The motorhome was just dark. It was out, and
it was hot. And our dog was in there.
Yeah,
it wasn't caged. It was mad.
And I went out, and I was able to get everything to start back up. And it was nighttime. So the next day I went out there. I was starting to check it out. Well, I noticed that the neutral line was like cooked. And what had happened is they had thrown power down the neutral.
Yeah.
And then what happened is the inverter wouldn't charge it, or it burned up the regulator. It would overcharge, and the batteries, you could smell battery acid and stuff. So I had to keep unplugging it to keep it from overcharging. And anyway, I ended up having to replace the batteries and the inverter.
They denied it.
Yeah, they denied it. But everybody had said there was a problem that day, and they didn't know what it was. Yeah. And we didn't have a surge protector. So I told someone I was going to get a surge protector. They go, on that old motorhome, you don't have to worry about it. And they were wrong. But I have a surge protector, and like I say, now it's, when you plug it in, it lights up. And if you got 2 green lights and no light, or 2 greens and a red, or 3 red, it tells you, it's got a thing on it, tells you exactly what's going on. So
we're having a granddaughter in 6 weeks. Congratulations, Rosado.
Yeah. And always be sure to check your power in quartzite. That's one thing. One time this campground where we stay at every year, the first time we stayed there, they put us like in the back on this one weird aisle. And we were all plugged in, and I always wash my motorhome. But there you got to dry it.
You got it black.
Yeah, but you got to get on it and dry it real fast because the water is really spotty.
A lot of calcium deposits.
So I get all done washing it, and I'm out there drying, and I'm like, whoa. And she's like, "What's wrong?" I go, "Well, I'm getting shocked." And she goes, "Well, it's probably static electricity or something." I said, "Well, here's a towel. I'll be dry." And she's like, "Whoa, I got shocked." I said, "Well, it's probably static electricity." "I don't think so. It felt like I stuck my finger in a light socket." So I went and got the guy who's the manager of it, and I said, and he's still there, good guy. And I said, "Hey man, we're getting shocked. I'm trying to dry the outside of my motorhome. I'm getting shocked." And he came over and checked it out, and there was no ground, and it could have burned the motorhome to the ground. So I luckily had an extension, an extra cord. I went over to the next one.
Hello, Scarlett, and hello, Mike and Lisa. Good to see you guys. Mark says it's a complete body hair trimming system. The Manscaped thing is. We had to sign a paper that relieved the RV park from responsibilities. Yeah.
Well, the well, and then like when we were in doing sugar beets, they always had squirrels get in the power boxes and shut stuff off.
The wires. They actually, and I don't know if it was just that park. I'm sure all of them do it, and they probably sell a product like that. But they're little cages that they put over the transformer boxes to keep them out. Because 9 times out of 10, the power company come out and go, "Oh, we found him. He's crispy now."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they were running all over the place too.
Were.
Used to be real pretty there when the colors
still
changed.
Is.
Well,
right on the Red River. Yeah.
I don't know if
right
you guys,
on the Red River in Minnesota.
Every once in a while we get like just a burst of rain.
Right now.
Can you hear it? Type 1 if you can hear it.
Can you hear it? It's loud.
We can't hear it when you're laughing.
I'm sorry.
Shh, hold your breath. Our surge protector has lasted from our first 50 amp fifth wheel to our 30 amp trailer. I just downsized from 50 to a 30. It has always worked well for us. Yeah. Jason says it's raining here too. Yeah, and you're closer to the clouds. You're up there on the Matterhorn.
Same rain, different roof. Jason who?
Eggs, 2 eggs, 1 basket.
I don't have that on here.
I call him Jason.
I don't have that on here. Oh, there it is.
I could be Ron Darrell and go, hey, 2 eggs. Who? 2 eggs. How's that?
I still owe you a lunch. Let me know next time you come down and we'll talk about something different besides the tin hat stuff. It's rained here all day in Hot Springs. Scarlett, we enjoy talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah, we just think you're crazy, but
yeah, but you are kind of crazy, so.
I got my tinfoil hat, so. Anyway, kind of getting away from that a little bit right now. Hopefully things get good. I'm ready for my grandkids to grow up in a good country. Yeah. That's what I'm ready for. Not so worried about me. Yeah, wow, did we already burn through an hour? Look at that.
How'd we do that?
I don't know. Didn't have nothing to say and we're tired because I'm up really late tonight.
I took a nap. So.
Yeah, I didn't take one. There was too much good stuff today on YouTube, so I was surprised. But no Gone with the Winds. I don't know what happened to them.
Oh.
Their boat. I don't know who follows.
You guys ever watched Gone with the Winds?
They bought this new boat, and it's a beautiful boat. I mean, it's really, really, it's nice. But it's like
electric.
A hybrid electric, and I mean their batteries were swelling up and all kinds of stuff. So I don't know, and they were finding all kinds of corrosion. I don't know. This electric stuff is a little scary sometimes. I am crazy. I've been remodeling my house, and it's been pretty hectic, but coming along wonderfully.
Awesome.
Now ours is in neutral right now. We put it in neutral, and we're just waiting for the weather to get good, and then these guys are going to come over here. But they can't take that building down. So you guys are all getting like you're getting. It's not going to be a surprise to you, but people that don't watch this will be surprised. But they're going to take it, and they're actually going to put the caps on the blocks, and they're going to drag it out, and then they're going to set it.
Rollers.
They're going to put rollers on it, but he's going to put the wood on top of the blocks where he's going to nail
because
the
right
walls.
Now the blocks have bolts sticking up out of it, so he's got to cap that.
And then he's going to put he's got something where he can roll it. So
they're having a lot of problems with their battery overheating with Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
They're having a lot of problems altogether with that thing. I don't know. We got 6 inches of snow here last night. Not ready for winter, but winter doesn't care if I'm ready or not. It's usually how winter is, huh, Trey?
You know, asking about what
yeah,
we use a Verizon
MiFi.
MiFi,
Works
and
really well
that's
for
what we're
us,
using in here.
except for when we're in quartzite.
Yeah,
And then we are like
that's why we have
silent
to
when
convince
Trey
Trey to
goes.
come. Yeah,
Trey and Wendy, if they're there, we're golden because they let us use their Starlink.
yeah,
But Peptics let us use theirs last
yeah,
year. So
yeah. So
I don't, are they supposed to be there? I think they said they are. I don't know.
still what?
Are they supposed to be there this year?
I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. They
I
haven't
don't know
said
either.
anything. But,
Anyway, so yeah, we kind of do the best we can if we don't have. Starlink's expensive. It's really good, but it's expensive.
you know what, Ron? You're not supposed to get anything that bad over there in North Carolina, so you're probably all right.
I don't know. You
That's
check the
another
weather,
thing.
sure
I'm
he
going to give you
knows.
another good channel to watch for weather is Ryan Hall, y'all.
Ryan Hall, y'all.
He's it's a bunch of young people, but they're all meteorologists, and when there's like storms and stuff, they stay up.
They go live.
Yeah, they stay up all night, and they tell you when the tornadoes are getting close to your house and all that.
Put your bike helmet on.
Yeah, put your bike helmet on and go down in the basement. And then
buckle yourself in, wrap yourself in a blanket, and buckle yourself in the front of your RV, right?
And then people contribute to him, and the money that he gets from that, he uses that to go. He has people that they have like trucks, and they go out there and help people in disaster areas and stuff.
Hope for the best, plan for the worst, Tim Baxley.
Oh, you think of the election day? Just wear your bulletproof vest and stay low in the motorhome.
He was awesome for me during the hurricanes in Florida, Jason says.
Yeah.
If you're gonna advertise or reach out to Starlink for your channel, I'm not against the advertising as long as you get some good stuff out of it.
Yeah, I don't know if they give that away. I don't know.
Ryan Hall, y'all's great channel, yeah.
Yeah, I've told you guys on here a bunch of times about him.
Brandon Coptic is a good one to watch.
Yeah, there's like 4 or 5 of them, and
finishes every live stream of
and I like that Reed Timmer because he's just crazy enough to drive and park inside of a tornado.
Thank you for tuning in. Yeah. We'll see you next time. You guys be safe out there and good luck with cleanup. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
I guess it is 8 o'clock. Arkansas Weather Watchers is also good. And I also watch Ryan Hall. Yeah. Yeah.
I could sleep during Ryan, though. He's got a soothing voice. So I go in there and turn him on and go to sleep. So, but then they do that sound, Wake up.
You're going to die. Yeah.
Well, luckily, one thing that where we live is famous for in Arkansas is for the least amount of tornadoes.
That's
come through this area.
Around here told us. So.
Yeah. A guy moved here because this area has the least amount of tornadoes of Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas in this whole area. So, but we're in the hill country, so it kind of
Tornado Alley.
Yeah, well, that's
a good one.
Yeah.
John says. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me. I think I would rather face a tornado than an earthquake.
I don't know. I've been through a lot of earthquakes.
The tornadoes you get a warning for. Earthquakes you don't. They just happen. They just like smack you upside the head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Earthquakes are. I remember we had that one earthquake, and after the earthquake, one of the kids' doors wouldn't stay closed, and the other one wouldn't stay open. Right. So we had to put things to the whole house. It kind of like.
And it's funny because when we replaced the carpeting, when we tore up the old stuff in the hallway right there, because they were one door facing another door, there was a big crack. That's where that big crack was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That we had an earthquake one time there in the high desert, man. I'm telling you, you could just see the whole house go, and the water in the pool was coming up the side of the walls.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I knew about the water thing because I had aquariums when I was a kid, and I was picking up all my fish off the floor and putting them back in the aquarium. We had some good ones because we lived outside of L.A. but close to East L.A. And man, we had a couple of those big earthquakes. We had that one in what year was that? In the early '70s.
Yeah, we were still in high school.
And man, I'll tell you
I
what.
hit the wall. Well, my bed was up against the wall, but it tossed me, and I hit the wall.
And those old plastered, walls in the houses would crack like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, looks like we're at our 1 hour mark, guys.
Yeah.
Please give us a thumbs up, and if you're new and you're thinking about sticking around, please consider subscribing.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Appreciate you guys, and like I say, when I get that thing, we'll show you that, and then we're gonna do the break thing, and then we're gonna film the moving of the shed. So that should be pretty exciting. We should have some good. And then
content coming.
Hopefully everybody watch my brother and I go get gin trash for his cows. He's always fun. I love my brother so much. He's a lot younger than me. He's 15 years younger. We're half brothers, but he's a really good guy. I want to do an interview with him. Someone made a comment and said, "Well, obviously your brother's from Arkansas, but you don't sound like you are."
Transplant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we always say that his dad was a traveling sperm donor. So
yeah.
There you go. Make of that what you will. Ryan Hall is on YouTube, but he's also on Facebook. He has a page there also. He's
also on X too.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the platforms covered.
Well, you can if you got if you film like a tornado or hail or something, you can go and put it on X, and he'll put it on his channel.
Provided you survive.
Well, be the last thing you do.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, as always, we look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yes.
We almost didn't get it tonight, man, and we had no internet. Huh?
Speaking of, it ain't Starlink.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, have a good week and look for our videos. Good night.